Hello, Twitch. Welcome, welcome. How is everyone this fine day? We got pizza tonight. We got Angel's Food cake. Should be a good one. Actually going to be starting with the cake first, because I can bake that off and then set it and allow it to cool while we do the rest of the fun stuff with the pizza. But as usual, we shall get started with some coffee. How is everyone? I can officially say that my sleep schedule is completely out of whack right now. I ended up staying up basically all of last night. Fell asleep this morning, got up around noon. So it's sort of a little bit like this is like lunchtime for me right now. A little bit over on that pour. No wine tonight. I didn't get this off the counter in time. Rather still have my mess here from Friday. Got a little bit of the leftover roasted tomato sauce with some of the meat from the meatballs and the back burner. I've got a canned tomato paste. I'm gonna add the can of tomato paste and some chicken stock. Which will not be traditional, but be tasty. Let's use this bad boy. Actually, that's just about perfect. It's almost like someone designed that for uses like this. A little leery of the silicone right against the cutting edge, though. So now we got a nice combo of roasted and fresh tomato going on there. Let's finish up our coffee here. How's it going, Lexi? Welcome in. Glad to have you. Why are timers not turning on? I've tried rewriting this code so many different ways for their little system. Cheers, everyone. Hope you're having a great day. Okay, so going back to what we were doing here on the stove. We have leftover tomato sauce, mostly this color over here, a little bit darker red. Or maybe browner red, with the onion and some of the meat in there and some of that goodness. And then we have the fresh tomato paste. Mix that all in together. And we're going to add a couple of chicken stock ice cubes just to thin that out a bit. I mean, why pay for, what the tomato producers are most likely doing is just taking their tomato paste product and then adding water for it for their sauce. We'll add our own flavorful water. And so that'll go on a really low flame and allow that to just simmer. Meanwhile, I've also got the dough that we started on Friday. Which got a really nice long ferment, and I didn't portion it. Quite honestly, completely forgot about it. Saw it on the counter late yesterday and threw it in the fridge. And so we'll do our shaping here now, starting with our first 4 folds. Which it is quite well developed as a dough. But it's still very wet and very sticky. celebrating National Sausage Pizza Day a day ahead. So if anyone's not got any plans for tomorrow, now you do. Of course, you can save yourself a lot of this time by just buying the dough balls if you can find them at your local market. I'd say a fair number of Whole Foods carry, if they don't do it themselves, they carry someone else locally making pizza dough. Alright, so I am going to live with that, but this is still, which should be 4 pizzas, but I'm sort of thinking, well, I only have that small stone to work with. So it's going to be 4 pizzas. Give that a moment to rest while we work on some of our other goodies here for tonight. We got some sausage. Way more sausage than we really actually need for this pizza. I was looking for my scissors. Thought I had them out already. So I really only need 2 of these for this project. And actually, I'm probably only going to use 1 of them for the pizza. Sort of an interesting Formula One race this morning. Entirely on intermediate tires, looking dreary and rainy the entire time. Though rather crash and spin free for being an entire race in the rain, basically. Thank you, Huds. Welcome back. Glass angel food cake. Yeah, I don't think that would make a good crust. It would way too airy. Although I do like a good like focaccia like or Detroit style pizza. Still get the crispy outside, but nice and airy in the inside. Some of them are too doughy, but I'm jumping right into the pizza here, and yeah, I need to get going with this cake first. Not much. How about yourself, Glass? What's new? How's the guitar artwork? Should maybe turn that fan on. Getting a bit smoky. Actually, gonna turn that fan on high now. That's how everything seems to go. The whole, you know, it's never one trip to the hardware store. It's like 3 or 5. Everything takes longer than it's anticipated, at least in my world. And I didn't move that over here. I'm gonna quick move the recipe over here that I had for. Heat actually off on that pan because it's still rolling a bit too hot. Get to a point where, oh, I'm done, and then realize, yep. I'm gonna use every last egg I have left in this house for tonight's cake. And just the whites. So we're going to have to be careful straining all of these. And I want to know big what I want to put these in because I want to keep the yolks. Make sure we got nothing stuck and burning on the sauce. least picking out the shells will be easy on the egg whites. I see I already got one in there. Oops. Muskrat. Turn the heat back on the sausages. Now that the pan had cooled down from being rockin' hot. Welcome, Raiders! Hello, everyone. I am Jason. I cook here on stream 3 nights a week, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. We're having a sort of fun theme with the national holidays here, or the food holidays. We have both Angel Food Cake Day, which is today, and we have National Sausage Pizza Day tomorrow. So I was just getting started with making my angel food cake, which we have all of our eggs here, and got 10 egg whites here. We got 10 egg yolks over here. Egg yolks I'm just gonna save for later for unknown project. The egg whites we're gonna be whipping up to use for the actual cake. Back here on the stove, we've got sausages that I am searing off for putting on our pizza a bit later. And I'm going to cut the heat back off on that. Let those continue to cook. Now I need to clean off my board from any of the egg white that I got on there. What were we streaming today, Professor? Thank you very much for that raid, by the way. And I'm going to whip these up until they're very highly whipped, essentially meringue. Haunted gingerbread house. That sounds awesome. What do you use? Do you using just typical, like, is it a snowy one? Or are you holding things together with like chocolate or something else? By chocolate, I can. For a project like that, I would probably use like melts instead of like actual chocolate. But I mean, but cheers, everyone. Welcome in. Royal icing, the king of all baking glue. Actually, no, that's whipped cream, but. If my arm isn't completely shut by this by the end, we might whip up a little bit of whipping cream too for this. And now we'll add in the little cheats, a little cream of tartar. Help. I believe stabilize. Nice. What all you got going on with it? What's the theme? Beyond just spooky, or are you going for a mix of a little bit of everything? And before we're completely there, are we even at soft peaks? No, we're not. Back here on the back burner, for anyone that wasn't here at the beginning, one of the first things I got going here was I had some leftover tomato sauce from doing meatballs the other night, and so I mixed up that leftover tomato sauce with a little bit of tomato paste. I opened a can of tomato paste and added. I make my own stocks here at home. Occasionally do long streams on Sundays of just stock bubbling. And so I freeze some of that into ice cubes, and so I added a chicken stock ice cube in there to thin out that tomato paste to make the whole thing sort of a nice even sauce. That's why there's little bits of some meat and stuff in there that's from the meatballs on Friday. I go through it pretty quick, but typically it should last you at least 6 months, and it would last you a lot longer than that, but beyond that you start having, I mean, things do age in the freezer, so they're not going to taste as good. It's not, you know, an immortal storage. Like, I think there was a story I saw flashed in front of me of some lady that was opening extremely old stuff from her old parents' house. And I'm sure most of that was perfectly fine. It just probably was sort of like bland and boring. Or maybe even slightly funky. Once I get this a little bit more whipped up here in soft peaks territory, I'm going to add in some sugar and salt. Pull those sausages off for cutting later. Sugar, we need a cup of the ground and a cup of the powder. We also need a cup of cake flour. Yeah, well, I mean, it's always going to be freshest when it's freshest. The freezer is just not an eternal tomb that you can just throw things in. It's like the pork and the beef. That's sort of the major concern for me buying so much of it is, am I going to go through this in 6 months? I mean, sure, it'll be fine in the freezer a bit longer than that, but the flavor is going to be not the same. Next, I'm going to turn the heat off on that, just let that coast too. Here's our, for anyone just joining in also, here's our dough ready to go. That's going to be enough for 4 pies. And I keep forgetting, we've had this sitting here ready to go for a little while now, doing Stream Raiders in this room. Let's see, what do we want to do for, why don't we do attack? is not going to go good. Ugh. Ugh. Boo. I think I'm gonna go with Templar this time. And if anyone would like to try and join in, there is the link right there, streamraiders.com/t/chefjt. The link will be there, should be there in chat. Okay. So back to Cake Land. So there's soft peaks. Double check the ingredients. Yep. Still a bit smoky in here. Oh, hey, maybe that's why. Yeah, that's a little bit smoky, isn't it? Maybe that's why I'm smelling smoke right now. I'm gonna go turn on a couple other fans. I think that pan's dry now. And then both the powdered sugar and our flour, we want to be sifting in there. I'm going to use just a rough mesh strainer. I don't normally spoon my flour, but I got it so packed, the powdered sugar so packed into this jar that it's like my spoon is cutting into it like snow. This is one of those points where you want three hands. And I'm going to cheat by carefully placing it in there. And then let's dust a bit in there and incorporate it. So, dusting a light layer on, whipping that in, rinse and repeat until we get most of it on our countertop. I was drying the water off of it. After rinsing it off from cooking the sausage. So there was nothing in there but water, and probably just gave it a good, nice new coat to it. Major thing we're doing here is avoiding flour bubbles or sugar bubbles, in this case with the powdered sugar. Looking a bit like frosting now, how glossy it is, all that sugar in there now. Thank you, Caramel. And the strainer. Do the same as before with our cake flour, as with the sugar. Give it a nice coating, and then do our best to mix it all in without letting any stay as big clumps. I'm still not completely done whipping these whites, so I'm going a bit easier right now because I want to do one last good whip up before it goes in the pan, but I gotta both add our flavoring into this. What do you think we should use for this tonight? As far as flavoring, booze, vanilla, almond. I even have maraschino cherry juice, so you can go a little crazy. You see, that's what you don't want. That's because I haven't fully whipped this in together. But that's a flour bubble. Classic vanilla. Okay. And this is not the best way to seal a pan, but I'm also using a non-stick surface pan. So it has worked out for me in the past. Typically, okay. Now I'm starting to deflate that. Butter that. Need our oven on. I'm going to butter my cake pan, whereas it could be nice as a glaze, yeah. Excuse me. Now, the reason that I'm saying that butter is not the best choice for release is because the milk solids will actually solidify and cook against whatever you're cooking in. So if you're trying to do a cake in just a unfinished pan, aluminum pan, something like that, you can expect it to stick if you put butter on there. It still may stick, but I like butter on the outside and I don't want to use butter spray. I both don't have butter spray and yeah. I mean, I could use olive oil or that, but that then we're adding flavor here. It's going to be a part of the crust. And so if you go with the savory oil, whether that's canola or corn or soy, or cake's going to taste like that oil too. Especially that first bite. Just that butter on the pan there is going to add butteriness to a cake that has no butter in it otherwise. Hand wash up time. Also, maybe a good time to get up and stretch, move around, have yourself some drink. My water glass is empty, but I can finish off my coffee here. Now completely room temp. Okay, spatula. And into the pan. Not typically caramel. I typically, well, about half of the time I'm not following any recipes at all. I mostly follow ratios in that. But tonight I'm relatively trustful that this is going to be a decent recipe, and this is straight from the kitchen, which is generally a pretty good site. The kitchen is in the KITCHN, no E in kitchen. I do have a channel on the Discord for recipes. Discord. Yes, I'm live. Yes, we have a dinner vote. We're going to be deciding this later tonight. Recipes. If anyone's got recipes, we've had a couple of meme stuff, meme and that thrown in here. We had some decent family recipes and stuff thrown in there too. But as to this, anyone that's not used to following along with my stream, the last year plus I've been doing weekly ingredient challenges. And so in Discord we have our current vote going on between star anise and pretzels. And what will happen is by the end of the stream here, I'm going to cut it off at some point during the stream tonight. The winning ingredient on Wednesday I will have to use for both savory and sweet, so both dinner and dessert. Typically use 2-3 different recipes with the ingredient, sometimes 4 or 5. I try to have fun with it. There have been many past winners, such as last week doing the boba pearls from Boba Tea, tater tots, starburst, fennel, mushrooms, Dr. Pepper, venison, hot sauce. Well, let's not do hot sauce, folks, because we've done hot sauce, we've done gochujang, we've done crickets, all sorts of fun stuff. And so that's Wednesdays here on stream. Fridays and Sundays, just sort of have fun, just sort of hang out. Oh, hey, that would be nice if the Discord was actually, like, showing what I'm trying to show everyone. The source was messed up, I apologize. We have our current vote this week between star anise, I couldn't find a good GIF for that, and pretzels. So either pretzels, it's looking like star anise, unless we get 4 more people to jump in here quick. Like that. Welcome in. And all the past votes are above there, as I was listing them off before. I'm not going to sit here and list them all off again. But have had quite a few different ingredients. And we have the walk-in here where I do normal chat. I'm a bit of a Formula 1 nut, so that's where I throw on my Formula 1 stuff. If you're not interested in that, just ignore that channel. And here's the rest of the community stuff. And I also post the recipes, or at least the menu, ahead of time in Discord. Typically. Unless someone's, like, curious what I'm doing. Awesome. We're preheating our oven to what temp? I turned it on to 350 just to get it going. $350. Okay. This is going to bake for quite a while. This is going to be a 40 to 45 minute bake. Let's get a pan and some parchment for underneath it. Leaving it in the wrong thing there. Got another 8 minutes to get units on the battlefield for our next Stream Raiders battle. Get out of here, bug. I'm gonna leave that, even though I got the center of it sort of messy. I mean, there's a little bits of brown bit that bake a little bit further than everything else. They're always little yummy tidbits. Let's get back to our pizza dough while we're waiting on the oven to heat up. Still quite wet there in the bowl. We're going to now portion this into 4. Just going to use AP flour on the board. I used 00 for this. Very wet, very sticky dough still. It is mostly pulling clean of the bowl at this point. We're trying to... This is the 3rd or 4th attempt here of me making no-knead dough pizza dough. I graduated from Culinary Institute of America in 2005, bachelor's in 2008. And then, yeah, I've been cooking for years before I got, well, I cooked for 6 months before I got to the CIA. Did another 6 months while I was there, and I've been cooking ever since. Yeah, in a somewhat dying industry. Sort of sad, the double combo of everything closing from this pandemic and the lovely delivery services that we now have popping up everywhere, killing all the mom and pops with the convenience of Chipotle to your door. The last 5 of it or so, I was running a mobile food business out of the farmers markets here in Sonoma County. Live in Sonoma County, by the way. And was cooking good food out there, direct from the farmers. Nice. Yeah, I mean, you never stop. And things change. You know, people start calling things different names, although it's the same thing to you. So 2 of these, I'm just going to do a little fold over on them until they're nice doughy square. And then these are going to go into bags and get frozen, because we're not going to make 4 pizzas tonight. And that way, whenever I want pizza once again, just pull out a pizza dough and heat up the stone. Speaking of that, I was going to throw that in there with the cake to warm up. Good stuff. I sort of try and jump between the two. I mean, a lot of stuff that was science back then is not real science, but at the same time, a lot of the methods are also worthwhile. Let those just hang out and rest a little bit before I throw them in the freezer. These ones don't get to rest. I went and put the flour away. It's definitely not the end of the flour for tonight. I don't know why I did that. Nice. Well, that's what we do here on Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. I gotta post Friday's photos up on Instagram still. I haven't gotten around to that. I've started delaying my Instagram photos by at least 24 hours to sort of try and... They're never going to come after me for my photos within the 24 hours, but... Do I have a lid over here? I do. Just getting in the way of everything here. So, sausages. Let's give these sausages a chop up that I seared off pretty heavily on the stove here before. I don't normally do this, but we'll do that over here tonight. Got quite a bit of fennel in that one bite I had. I'm hoping that maybe I just had a bit of fennel seed in that one little bit. Let's get some heat to it too. I didn't set a timer for my cake. Oh, it's because the cake isn't in there yet. Oven's up to temp. And our battle's ready. So let's get this cake in the oven and then we'll do our battle. That was actually pretty good. The colors didn't come through on the fried stuff. Oven set to 350. Cake going in. Start that for 40 minutes. So we got those. We got discriminatory plastic intended for right-handed people. Only teared in one direction. I'm kidding, by the way. We got cup and char pepperoni. Black olives. Excuse me. I'm perplexed by having the dough on my board here. Sort of wanted to leave the flour and all that out there because it wasn't going to hurt us for shaping our pies, but I still got to do stuff. How so, Caramel? I'm more speaking to the bias part and not... Yeah, I was just thinking the other day I wouldn't want to know the nightmare of solar burst destroying our internet system. Even temporarily. We're going to add, do I have any garlic left up here? I have 3 lonely cloves left. Several things, but the most likely and will happen at some point, to what degree is unknown, is solar burst. High frequency burst from the sun, having essentially a burp in the right direction. Yeah, but that's Facebook. That's not like the stock exchange or the federal government, or which, I mean, I'm sure they have protections in place, but they ain't giving us access during that time. And that goes even more so for like crypto and thank you, Sparkle. I'm gonna turn the fan off now, or at least low. We'll leave it on because the oven's on, but You hope you're toast by 2026? But you only want to be around another 5 years? Yeah, it always feels that way. We've replaced the nuclear disaster calls for elementary school with active shooter calls. So we got garlic, olives, bit of onion powder, and saved from the pizza store, crushed red pepper. I'm just here to cook. I'm mostly just combining these for ease so that you can throw all of this just over the pizza and call it a day. I'm gonna add the pepper and the MSG in here too. Not that we really need much more MSG with those olives in there. Or the sausage or the pepperoni. It goes over there. We need a place to fit. We're gonna make our pizzas here. We need a place to both hold and wait for it to cool. So that'll be over here. Just might as well get a pan with a single wire rack in it. That way we can set the pizza right onto the rack and allow it to cool both on top and bottom. Got another 28 minutes in our cake. And I've got a battle that I've forgotten again. Battle. Well, let's go for haste this time. Those rogues are gonna steal the show tonight. Victory. Excuse me. Entropy with those kills. And the gold. Oops. Didn't drag my unit up there yet. I'm gonna go with monk this time. I like putting my monk right there in the center there. That way it helps everyone. Actually, I should start putting my Templar cleric out there. Whole sleep schedule's got my brain fried tonight, I think. I need this clean and dry for using as our pizza peel. And last but not least, we need some cheese for this pizza. Yeah, it timed out on you, Caramel. Give it... You can type it again now. It should probably reset by now. I just cook for myself, Caramel. And yeah, I actually had a vote in Discord lately. It was decided by the masses that we're going to do a 90-second ad every 30 minutes to get rid of pre-rolls. So you don't have to view an ad to be in here. I just cook for myself. I live here by myself. What I typically do is I typically cook for 2 days. And then Tuesday it gives me a little variety to do something else. But thank you, Caramel. Guesstimating how much here I'm gonna need for 2 pies. That looks like a decent amount. That'll do. Yeah, this is sort of something that I've been doing for, I don't know, since I got out of college. Living alone by myself and always want to try new things, always want to try different things that I'm seeing from reading all the food stuff that and so I've gotten into a schedule of 2-3 nights a week, just making a large meal and having that be, leftovers for the next couple of days. And basically just added the cameras for recording all of it, and it's lovely you get to join me for chat. So glad to have you. There you go. Now if you type scramble in there. Hey, New York Slice. Oh, hey, it's pizza night. How you been, Slice? Do a little quick hiding of the mess. Ah! Why didn't that work? What is going on here? Oh, my account to Twitch is probably broken. No, that's... That should work. Why isn't it typing scramble for me? You're gonna make me actually type scramble here, bot? Caramel, go ahead and try and type scramble once again now. There you go. Nice. I basically didn't sleep last night. I stayed up all night and then watched the Formula One race for what was me this morning. And then went to sleep and got up at noon. It's like I was a teenager again. What did I do with my bench scraper? I hid it over here. Nice, Slice. That sounds... It's a good combo. I was really happy with that Italian wedding I did. I did Italian wedding soup not too long ago myself. We're sort of in a holding pattern here for anyone that's joining in. I'm sort of slowly prepping for the pizzas. But the real thing here is we got another 17 minutes, 18 minutes, until we first check our angel food cake. That even blocks more. And this dried out once again a little bit more, so I'm gonna add a little bit more water in with our sauce, just a little bit. I already used chicken stock to thin it out, but I think we dehydrated at least what stock I put in there, so there we go. Sort of thick, but still the sauce. Actually, that's still pretty thick. I did not use escarole, I used spinach. And I did, I think, straight pork meatballs. But definitely pork and veal is the traditional. I just don't have a great source for veal. Veal is sort of one of those meats that's locked into the industrial meat chain. It's entirely produced by the dairy industry, and so they just direct send it all to the big boys. Yeah, it's sort of weird how pasta and soup sort of has this ability to stay. I tried really hard to find the right pasta, and I ended up going to, I think, 3 different stores to find it. Although the first one had a price tag for it, like it was just out of stock. Word Scramble is multilingual and mostly loosely food related. Now the meats themselves, the cured meats, which I'm not going to do curing at home, that's sort of like fermenting. It's just too much of a setup. You want too much of a set aside for it. I would want, like, you know, a cabinet set aside for either one of those things, which I could maybe do someday, but I don't think in this house. But for the actual, like, cured meats, there's some really nice delis around here. So you got the first one that comes to mind is Fatted Calf, and Napa. I mean, it's 90 minutes away. Smelling like angel food cake in the house now. Yeah, it's sort of like Cubans. It's sort of illegal in the U.S. Have I ever done a ramen night before? There are a lot of people that like to do ramen on stream, and so I've sort of shied away from it. I don't have a problem with it. I actually have one scheduled for, I think it's the 23rd this month? 22nd? Something like that. It's on the calendar. Calendar down below. links in the About Me, Who Is This Guy section. But I'm going to be... One of the other streamers, John Leung, who I've rated several times here, from here, is going to be sort of doing a themed week, and he's trying to get a bunch of other streamers to join in and do ramen, but ramen with ingredients local to them. And so I thought, cool, I'm all about local stuff. And, you know, I've got quarter steer, a local raised beef. We can do a roast beef style ramen dish with, I mean, the only thing that's not going to be is I'm probably not going to make my own ramen noodles. I don't have the setup to do it. I don't have a good, I mean, all I have is a pasta roller. I don't have a good roller for doing it. But we'll do local beef. We've got some great local raised mushrooms. We've got a whole bunch of different seaweeds that are raised from the North Coast here in California. So maybe not traditional seaweed, but seaweed in there. And yeah, we'll see what else I can think of to throw in there. Slice. Well, honestly, my preference is more for the harder wheats when it comes to noodles because they have more of a chew to them, but they're that much harder to work. So oh, the broth was sort of a cheat too, because earlier this month I made up beef stock. Oh, that's chicken still. Where is my beef stock reserves? There we go. We got a not so nice neat bag of beef stock that I've already frozen from the 12th last month, and chicken stock. Did both of these on stream. Did a 12-hour stream. Or something like that. I don't remember how long the stream actually was. Yes, I do. Actually, I still do have it, but that's in that category of I've definitely had that in my freezer for a year now, and not, it's over a year old. It really should probably go. But I actually still have some lamb stock too. I used to have a lot more lamb and goat coming into the house. I used to do what, I had sort of like a CSA plan where one of the local ranchers was giving me a bag of chicken, pork, lamb, and goat, and different mix and match every week with several key things. And now I've gotten into, last year I ordered a whole hog, minus head and offal, and broke that down on stream. This year I bought a quarter steer of beef that was already pre-portioned. Ostrich stock. Now see, I don't think we import ostrich. You can find ostrich eggs that are raised, but I don't know that we have meat produced in the US. Ah, the dad joke fired in the middle of the dinner menu. Last touch for our pizzas. Be a little grating of the hard stuff. Oh! Welcome, Raiders! thank you for that raid, Discarding. Hello everyone, I'm Jason. Stream 3 nights a week here on Twitch. Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. We're doing pizza and angel food cake for dinner tonight. We're sort of in a waiting period here, waiting for our angel food cake, which has got another 7 minutes in the oven to bake away before we get going with our pizza. I made up a no-knead pizza dough recipe. Just followed Jim Leahy's typical recipe. It's what I've been doing for that. Making 4 different pies. I'm going to take 2 of these, since they have now rested a bit, and throw these in the freezer. These are for some future date. But we got our 2 pies for tonight. We got some cheese. We got our Italian sausage, cup and char pepperoni, and some black olives that I mixed up with some olive oil, onion powder, garlic, and red pepper flake. We're going to use the combination of all 3 of those on both of the pies tonight. And angel food, which I wish I could show you, but it's sort of in the oven right now. So how is everyone tonight? What were we streaming tonight, Discarding? What were we up to? Where are we all coming in from? And going back to caramel before the raid, I like bison too. It's a bit pricier for me out here, so I don't do a lot with it, but I've done bison. I think I've done bison burgers on stream. I've done something with it. I've also had venison is one of my ingredient challenges, and so we've done some venison on stream too. Oh, what is going on here? I have no idea why that word was not allowed. The combination of couldn't put. If anyone figures that out, just don't repeat it. But I have no idea why that was blocked. It's obviously not what you were saying. Yep, I did a venison tenderloin, and what else did I do with that? I don't remember what all I did. Oh, I dried it out and sort of like candied it and put it into cookies. Sort of like it was almost like venison bacon. I mean, there's only so sweet you can make, you know, like meat or some of the other ingredients that be. I mean, I've had some, like, after 8 dinner mints was a great one. Like, how do you take that, or anyone here in the States, essentially, like, sort of a cross between, like, a peppermint patty, if you took the flavor from a peppermint patty, but put it in the form of a Andes mint. It's just sort of like to use that as a savory ingredient. So I've gotten some stumpers in the past. Nice slice. Yeah, I enjoy venison. I don't get a lot of it. I'm not a hunter myself. I don't have any family, at least close family I'm sure I've got a cousin that hunts, but which I respect hunting too, but I don't do much of it. I'm not I like the internet too much to be here, let's hang out in the woods and do nothing all day. I think I'm gonna get the knives out of the way. We're mostly done chopping here for the evening. Keep eating sausage while we wait. Probably gonna throw this back in the oven for another 5 minutes or so on top of this. The timer here, which has got a little over a minute now, was a 40-minute. Are you kidding me, Automod? What the heck? Slice, that's Twitch's Automod, by the way. And I thought I have most of that shut off. I think I'm mostly working with my bot, but sounds good, New York Slice. I need something to drink myself here. I think it's time for some agua. That Zinfandel on Friday was tasty. Oops. No. I actually think I'm gonna give that another 2 minutes. Though that's on the edge there. That's sort of a. It's got some nice browning on top. Actually, we'll put this over on the stove. For the most part, Slice, well, I'm not Mr. Artistic. I'm not very. I can do some nice cutting. I can do some nice slicing. You want me to do a proper dice and stuff like that, but I'm not Mr. Finesse. I'm not pull out the tweezers and put the perfect garnish on every dish. I'm much more rustic. I'm more interested in food tasting good than looking good, even though I know good-looking food, people believe it tastes better. I like a lot of different techniques. I like mixing up techniques. I like a lot more of the methods and processes and the ways to do things than I am really in the end result, to be honest. Yes, I definitely believe in properly cooking your stocks and sauces and braising things for long periods of time. I sort of struggle with that sometimes and trying to do. I average about a 2.5-hour stream. 3, I think Friday was actually 4.5. But yeah. Mine would be heavily American influenced, but I've got stuff stuck in my brain from all over the world. Like, I love a lot of Chinese style of chopping and slicing, especially their julienne techniques, versus French style, which is all pretty imperfect, but throw out all the imperfect parts. Battle. Take that back. Cake. Cake first. Cake first. That came out clean as could be. So I am going to take 2 towels and lift that off of the hot sheet pan. Off of the hot sheet pan. And with that, we're going to take pizza stone out. And crank up the oven all the way. I think mine maxes out at 525. If you can do 550, do it. If you can do hotter, do it. Okay, back to our battle. To battle. And break. Everyone splits and goes every which way. No teamwork whatsoever. Team of individuals here in this fight. With Margot getting those kills, Inchby helping out with the assists. Inchby getting that gold. Loyalty chest. Oh, we gotta go do this one first. And I can't put my Templar out there again yet. So we'll do Centurion. I think I remember this, that they have to go around here. So I'm gonna put mine down here so they have to go around. I think. These are probably archers. Oh, their support, huh? Yeah, those are ranged. Alright, let's start a timer here so that we know when we're going to start with our pizzas. We're going to give this oven a good 30 minutes to warm up. Okay. Actually, we'll give it to the next Extreme Raiders battle. I need to set a timer for that. But you do want, when you're working with the pizza stone, I'm actually cutting it a bit short here since we're on the stream. You do want to let it heat up completely and have it in there for, you know, if you can leave it in there for longer, if you're not worried about your electrical bill or your gas bill, at least an hour. But we're going to go with a half hour for tonight since the oven itself is already hot. We're just bringing it up a bit higher. For me, I just want cold water. I know, you know, not everyone says cold water. I want cold water. Could care less if it has ice cubes in it or if it's just cold. I like keeping it cold in my refrigerator for myself. But, yeah. Morning, Obe. For you? I don't know what time it is for you. It's probably like 2 o'clock there, isn't it? 3, 4? It is currently 6:30 here. We've been streaming for 2 hours, 2 hours and 15 minutes tonight. Got that 15-minute setup. $19.30, yeah, so. Yeah, you posted a photo of that in the Discord, didn't you? Why don't we wrap that up while we're waiting here? Let's wrap up our weekly vote for this week. Which, I used to stop my voting on Monday off stream, but tonight we're going to stop it right now and say Star Anise with 6 is the winner this week. So I'm going to have to use Star Anise to cook on Wednesday. And we do the edit the message here first. Bye-bye pretzels. Bye-bye pretzels. So we can expect a licorice-like flavored Wednesday night. But what got me coming over here to the Discord in the first place was Obe posted his pizza photo. Dr. Pepper and pizza. There's the crib cake I made like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. I forgot to post a photo of that. This is our boba ingredient challenge from Wednesday. We got the strawberry boba pearl parfait that I made, along with scallops with a mango boba pearl puree sauce. Or that was the passion fruit that was in with the combination of fresh pineapple and pasture fruit boba pearls for the sauce with the scallops, and the mango, which the flavor on the mango just wasn't there for the dressing on the greens. So that's sort of how Wednesdays go here. And many posts by many others here in my past streams. More photos here than there are on Instagram. Just usually do a couple of the cropped beauty ones for that. What all do you get on that pizza? I think you've said before, but I don't remember. This has started to cool and rest a little bit here, so I think I'm going to risk turning this over onto a plate. Grab one of my charger platters. Charger plates. And we'll do it right here. And go for the flip. That didn't fall out. Oh, it did. Nice. Some of it did stick to the pan. I can't see because the board's in the way. Maybe hit the board anyways. Wow. Something really got my throat going tonight. Yeah, it's a bit spooky for Halloween here. We got the cobwebs going in the kitchen. I'm doing 2 themed nights this month. I think it's the 29th and the 31st. So actually on Halloween and 2 days beforehand. Both nights going to be doing dinners, all Halloween themed foods. But for the extra ambiance, since we're hanging out here. Let's hope this works this time. That didn't work. Okay, Google. Kitchen lights orange. There we go. Make the lights a little bit orangey. I can boost that by doing this too. Now we're getting there. We got the vials of mysterious liquids going on in the test tubes. Feel free to put your guesses in Discord and what the various liquids in these are. Then the syringe. Syringe may be a precursor to some of the fun we're having with themed dinner. I put a pretty good hint in general discussion of what I'm planning. I typically don't do a ton of plan out for the actual dishes I'm doing, but both Thanksgiving and these two Halloween nights, I've put a considerable more thought into what all the dishes are, and yeah. Some of it's definitely gonna be. Let's give you another hint here. I happen to be the owner of a brain mold. Nice. You watch a ton of horror flicks and all that, or you just stick with the zombie stuff? What's up with the lighting? I was talking about Halloween decorations. I've got the orange glow going on with the cobwebs and the webbing on the stove up here. Absolutely, Moss. Mine too. But we'll go back to a little bit normal lighting. Flashbang. Okay, Google. Lights, candlelight. Lights being candlelight is they're LEDs, and so they can be like so perfect blue white. I do candlelight so that it somewhat matches up with the well-aged plastic shields over my incandescent lighting underneath. Said we're gonna give it a whole Stream Raiders battle here. We're already halfway through, and I'm like, I want to make pizza. Did you? I haven't. Well, I mean, it was bad when they came out. I mean, that was sort of part of the whole. Where the heck did I put my... That'll work. I mean, they fit perfectly into that whole the era hacker slasher. Couple of cute chicks. trying something a little different here tonight. I'm doing some cornmeal on my wooden meat cutting board, which I'm going to use as my pizza peel. This is sort of my homemade pizza peel. It's a little too thick on the lip, but otherwise works pretty well. Nice. Yeah. There's actually a great creator here on Twitch that I know from Mixer days. Well, I don't really know. I don't hang out in her stream a ton, but have a lot of appreciation for her community. Is Reanimate Her. And what she does here on Twitch is just talk about horror all the time. Breaks down all the old movies. Oops, this is already too big. Make sure that it's not just staying off of the counter because it's got air underneath it. Well, this was stretching out way too thin, way too quick. If you look at the bottom of this, it's a bit too thin for my liking. We're gonna live with it. This ought to be fun transferring to my... I usually make this mistake. I should have made this on the peel to begin with. Because it's not going to want to move now, even though we got some decent flour underneath. Again, this is a combination of olive oil, garlic, red pepper flakes, onion powder, and black olives. Yep. This is going to be really fun to try and transfer. That's what we got to do. This is going to get even more home style shaped. Nope. Yep, that's just going in the trash. I thought I might try and save it. Not so much, Penguin. That was... oops. So I guess we only got one pizza dough in the freezer. We'll try spreading this out the more hand stretched way rather than letting gravity take hold. It thinned out a bit too much for my liking last time. That's what we needed last time. Nice, Penguin. What you gonna stream? Okay, now to get this in the oven, like grating of the good stuff over the top. What's my favorite cheese? It depends on what you're using it for, Caramel. Still sticking a bit right there. Alright, I'm gonna try and squeeze this into that oven. We'll see what we get out of this. What we're gonna have is a mess because it's stuck to the peel. This is not turning out well tonight, folks. My previous pizzas were much better off than this has. Let's hope our second attempt here. And I can't build my second pizza on here because I need this to pull the first one out. Which might be a challenge in and of itself. We'll see what we get here. Close it and pretend it never happened. I wouldn't say winging it, but certainly not the most organized and systematic. I have worked pizza stations, by the way, folks. I'm feeling pretty embarrassed right now, but most of my work with pizza kitchens, we had the cheater. We had the cheater press, which even decent pizzerias don't use. But where I was working at, which was a fast casual place with a pizza oven, and they had their dough, pre-made, bought it frozen, just defrost it overnight in the refrigerator. The next day you throw it on top of the press, and the pizza press, which is set with the plate for the right size that we want to use, just presses the dough out, leaves a little thicker edge to it where the crust can be, and then it's heated and oiled, so it sears it. It doesn't cook it, but it sears the outside of it so that it's no longer, that elasticity's now taken out of it. And then we worked with it with a peel. Well, let's see what we got here for a battle. Obey. Victory. Old boy calm And Entropy getting the kills and the assists there. And the scrolls. Congrats. Ooh, goodies for me. Now for that hard battle for our loyalty token chest. Chance to get gifted or skins for your characters and your army. And yeah, I'm gonna throw my barbarian out there. See how my barbarian does in this challenge. As half of our contents of our pizza smoke away in the oven. Thank you for that follow, Panturi. Let's give our cake a slice here and see what we got out of our cake here. Oh, we got another 5 minutes on that pie. Actually get to use my cake knife. Serrated, but inside reverse serrated knife. One of my favorite knives that I own, actually, but have no idea how I could ever sharpen this once again, and so I shy away from even using it at the same time. Nice crispy, crunchy bottom. Airy and light. Sort of like a cooked egg foam. I have to definitely think this is going to be one of those cases where the pizza peel is gonna, or a pizza stone's gonna come out here, get scraped and turned upside down. Cheers. No, not really playing in booze tonight, on top of the fact that I was saying earlier, my sleep schedule's all completely out of whack tonight. Or today. That's all gonna take soaking to get out of there decently. Cake and water, it's a wonderful combo. gonna go even more nuts with the cornmeal on it this time. Just because how it stuck last time. Another 30 seconds or so until we'll pull that out, or attempt to pull this out. It's a mess, folks. It's a royal mess. We're creating art of a different style tonight. This may be a Jackson Pollock in terms of pizza making tonight. Oh well. I think I may actually risk it staying on the same side, leaving that out there for a little bit. Or maybe along that line, yeah. We got a little bit of the scream going on here. My oven's gonna be smoking after this tonight. And then this is how you do these. after you get these out of the fridge or out of the freezer, you let them properly defrost in the fridge. You cut it into a packet. See if we can stretch this out like this. Okay, we're going freeform with all the pizza tonight. Nearly just rubbed dough all over my nose. I had a little dough on my finger. And then we'll add a bit Parmesan over the top again. And in the oven for 10 minutes. Let's see if... Yeah, that one actually wants to slide. Shake a little bit of this excess cornmeal off. on it, in it. I don't want dough around my nose. Now we can start cleaning up our mess a little bit. Yeah, that's not making it into the fridge tonight. Chocolate was running away with it lately. I don't use flash. Well, I've used a flashlight a couple of times, but I don't do that normally. Of course, I have all this light in here. I really am sort of gifted with this kitchen as far as the lighting. Occasionally gets bad with sunset with light coming in the door sort of a thing, but otherwise not too bad here in my world. Nice, Penguin. Yeah, put it in the Discord so everyone can see it. Of course, I've also got, like, I never, other than when I'm streaming, have this many lights on. Like, it's entirely because we're streaming that I have all these lights on. I typically use the lights on the stove as an indicator if I'm using the stove or not. So, if I'm using the stove, the lights are on. If I'm using the oven, the lights are on. But other than that, you know, it's sort of like if I bother turning them on or not. And there's one light in between the camera and me here that I think does a lot to help the scene. But that one I never turn on unless I'm streaming. Well, this is sort of like the yellow light room, and then the room back there is sort of like the white light room. I didn't set a timer for that pie. That or I canceled it. We're not there yet, though. No, we'll leave that private. There is a featured light in that room. Okay, I'll give it away. It's sort of the 70s hit. Which I guess Blacklight was sort of a 70s hit too, I know, but... Actually, they're probably around a lot longer than the 70s. How long have they been around? They're also often a light that's very popular on Twitch too. A lot of people have them on their stream. They don't say. But it was at least 1960s. Give that about one more minute, I think. Please, I hope I have at least one pizza that's half decent tonight. Out of 3. Sprinkles are the in-game chat. There's a chat currency. There's a description down below. Essentially, they're a separate currency that I'm keeping for doing giveaways and things along that line that are viewer-based instead of currency-based. Let's pull out this pizza, see what we got for our second one. There we go. A little better with our second one. Still a little messy on the toppings, but... And I mean, we at least have a crust with this one. It isn't floppy, flimsy, even as thin as it was. It just tore on me. It didn't... Like, you can see what this was originally supposed to be, and then it tore. Let's get some photos in here of both of them. I'll show my fails along with my wins. I'm not above that. And I'll do a photo of a single slice of the cake for the Discord and the photos and Instagrams. Yeah, pizza and pizza, the Scream pizza. It actually did turn out a bit like that face shape, the cheekbones. That's a new one. Oh, penguin. Nice. Pizza and Angel Food cake. For everyone just joining in, we have this beauty as well to go with those beauties. Pizza only a mother could love. Let's see, what else do we need to do tonight? We got String Raiders raid battle. 1 minute. In the last minute, get units on the battlefield. No wine tonight, Penguin. Just doing water tonight. I enjoyed that Zinfandel on Friday, but one bottle was enough. I was feeling that yesterday. We'll do some more wine here next week. Maybe I can try and figure out something to do with Star Anise for the drink on Wednesday. After all, it is apple cider season. I don't know what I'm going to do for Star Anise, to be honest. We'll have to figure something out. Okay. Battle. I think I'm going to go for damage out here. adventure, but you're supposed to stay in the circle and kill them easier. Why do you gotta go and run off and try and... I said that, and then my character started running even further away faster. Victory. Victory. Let's see if we got a crust that's an actual crust on this one, too. Nice. Cooked. Actual cooked crust on that. Victory. Who's gonna get that 50 gold? Penguin. Nice. That's a nice pickup there. Just help your army out a little bit. We're gonna call it a stream there. Gonna stop our stream raiders there. I'm gonna go and enjoy this while the pizza is still warm. I'll make another photo of the angel food cake for the Discords and all that. I'll post some photos of all this a little bit later on Discord, and maybe a day or two until on Instagrams. Thank you all for joining me. We're gonna be back Star Nice on Wednesday. And also got plans for the weekend. What we got planned for the weekend? We've got fried cutlet for the 15th. I don't know if I really... Well, fried cutlet... Yeah, that's sort of open-ended. I'm sort of thinking it might end up being schnitzel, but we'll see. And tortellini. I'm going to try making tortellini by hand for the first time ever for Pasta Day. For National Pasta Day, the 17th. So that'll be next Sunday. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I'm gonna not raid anyone tonight. I'm just gonna shut it down. I hope you all have a great evening. Thank you for joining me. Hope to see you again. Good night.